So it seems like we have a little bit of an update going on with the Advanced GG and Rev situation. Now, if you don't know, obviously, recently there's been a whole little kind of incident involving Rev and his now ex-sponsor, Advanced GG, who obviously have been sponsoring him for quite a while, and they are essentially like a drinks company. You can think of it almost like GamerSup's, like a kind of, I guess, competitor, right? And yeah, recently there's been a lot of backlash over some posts that Rev made towards Miss Lala, which happened. We covered that in a whole separate video as well, if you guys want to go back and watch that. And essentially, yeah, he's going after her for like not supporting ICE and stuff, despite being a 1950s VTuber, which again, I mean, it's a whole thing. I don't really care at this point. But essentially what this caused was a ton of backlash towards Rev from a lot of VTubers and VTuber fans and just people in general over on Twitter, who were essentially targeting his sponsors and saying like, hey, I want you to remove this guy or whatever, which again was pretty crazy. And I think that at the end of the day, me personally, I think that calling for a sponsor to remove someone is just weird and cringe. I think like nobody should be doing that. I think that is the last thing somebody should be doing. Despite whatever has actually gone on, I think the company should obviously decide for themselves if they want to remove talent or keep them based on their own kind of, I guess, opinions and ideas, right? And, you know, I do, though, obviously, as well as, you know, people saying, can you remove him? There was people who were leaving Advanced GG as well, like VTubers and stuff like that, smaller VTubers that were leaving essentially Advanced GG over the fact that Rev was in there, which I do think, you know, it's fine. I think you're entitled to leave, and if there is someone that is being supported that maybe you don't support or whatever, then sure, right, you can leave. But again, I think most companies will have I guess people in there that, you know, you won't like or whatever, even, you know, in like whatever, it could be like one of the most popular companies out there, and they're still probably going to be sponsoring a few people that you don't like, which, you know, I think is pretty interesting. And also, I think the fact is as well, the people leaving, Rev has always been a part of, well, I say always been a part of Advanced GG, but he's been a part of Advanced GG for a very long time, right? And I think it is pretty interesting that people only have a problem with it now due to this drama, rather than, you know, before, whenever he was making similar comments, right? I don't know why, you know, this is the one thing that decided, oh, actually, no, I'm not going to partner with them anymore. Which is, I just think that's interesting, especially with the fact that, you know, they signed on knowing that as well. Now, it seems that we have a response, though, from Rev and also Strob, who also got kicked as, you know, that is Rev's wife, right? And essentially, yeah, this is what Strob had to say, saying, can I just say how good it feels to finally be able to defend myself after quietly sitting back all week and watching so many people say the most disgusting, vile things about me and Rev. I promise you that nothing is worth making me feel that helpless again. Which, yeah, obviously that's what she had to say. And then you got Rev here responding to stuff saying, they want to vague post, but they terminated me and Strob. Despite their request that I keep this private, I will be uploading my side of the story soon. Don't worry, Advanced, there is no need to share private or confidential information. I will only speak to public information, since your indecisiveness and hypocrisy has allowed this to become a public matter. Not to mention, there are multiple partners in your company who have been harassing me and my wife, and we know you have been aware, and they are continuing to do so in the quotes of this response you made. Meanwhile, I never harassed anyone. You supported me and monetized me as someone who is unapologetically real and filtered until the hate mob of unreasonable people became too much for you. You bent the knee. Enjoy your new audience. So obviously, yeah. Advanced GG were well aware of how controversial a lot of Rev's content is, with the kind of description that they include within his, I think it's his flavor or whatever, or like a, you know, something to do with him, right? And they say loud, fearless, and unapologetically real. Rev says this embodies everything the symbol line stands for. Shiga003 captures his raw energy and unfiltered personality. Which obviously, yeah, you know, they're very aware that he has an unfiltered personality. They're very aware that he can be controversial a lot of times, and obviously that is going to cause some backlash. I'm pretty sure the people at Advanced GG are pretty stupid for not really recognizing this in the first place, right? You can't just say, you know, oh, okay, we're going to partner with you, and then, you know, all of a sudden just go, oh, but, you know, we did think you were going to be, you know, this controversial, whatever. No, because you were very, you know, clear and open in this description about, you know, knowing how controversial and how, I guess, yeah, unfiltered he can be, which of course is going to cause, you know, some problems for your companies at some points. And, you know, from what I kind of understood before this even went on, I thought they would just going to kind of take that blow, right? Because obviously Rev does bring a lot to their company and whatever. I thought they were just going to, you know, just kind of take the, you know, criticism and what on the chest and just kind of, yeah, just forget about it, right? But it seems like no, once they did get a kind of moderate amount of backlash, that is then whenever they decided to let him go, despite understanding the fact that, you know, stuff like this was going to happen, right? They said, I've thought about it and I'm not going to make a full video about this. There's enough information out there already. Now, while I'm disappointed in how this ending, I'm ready to move on. I'm pretty sure he did make a video following up on this actually, but I don't think it was anything in, you know, too much detail. I think it was just, you know, obviously just covering it. Because why not cover your own drama, right? And obviously, Strob has also made a response as well, saying both mine and Rev's contracts with Advanced GG has been terminated. This whole thing was honestly very confusing and stressful, but I won't be going into detail. It's very disappointed to see this will be their final decision. I wish them the best, despite them hurting me the way they have, which, yeah, I do think that's very disappointing because I don't even think Strob has necessarily done anything to actually deserve being kicked. I know, obviously, there is the affiliation of them, you know, being husband and wife, right? But again, you know, Strob actually hasn't really broken anything, I don't think, to kind of get kicked out. But I'm assuming, you know, she probably would have left anyways if Rev was to get kicked out. But, you know, if I don't know what the kind of contract was like. I don't know if they've got like some kind of, you know, dual contract where they're both kind of signed on, so it means they both leave, or if you know, maybe I don't know. I don't know how it worked. I don't know what their contract is like. But, you know, she's saying both mine and Rev's contract, meaning two contracts rather than one, has been terminated. And as I said, Strob hasn't really done much to actually do that. But I guess, you know, that's fine. And obviously, you know, I haven't talked to Rev, you know, in private or anything, kind of fully. So I don't really know what he's like. Obviously, he's kind of responded to a couple of things on Twitter a couple of times. But I have talked to Strob a couple of times. And she's been very, very nice. She's been nothing but nice to me. So again, obviously, I know, like, obviously people are going to be like, oh, but that doesn't really mean anything. But, you know, I think Strob is a nice person. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, right? But they're saying standing for the basic Christian beliefs is still grounds for companies to fire and end relationships with Christians. Unbelievable, Advanced GG. You should be ashamed of your cowardice and selective enforcement. You let yourself be bullied online by online activists whose sole purpose is to destroy healthy families and disrupt society. No matter what happens, we stand with you guys. Obviously, a lot of people saying, I'm so sorry this happened. This is completely unacceptable. People saying disgusting. People saying, here for you, Strob, hang in there. You know, Rima saying, I'm sorry, Strob. This was surely stressful and anxiety-inducing situation, and keeping you in my thoughts and prayers always. And obviously, yeah, you know, Strob saying thank you. You know, and I think it is very, very important that they do get a lot of support at the moment, because, you know, it does suck losing such a sponsor that has been very, very, I guess, close to them for quite a while, right? You know, every time I think of, you know, sponsors and Rev and Strob, right, it's Advanced GG, right? Because they've been so close with them for so long. But yeah, that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. And obviously, Rev has also been, you know, calling out other people as well, saying, why is the one of the current faces of your company, Vex Milk, who we covered on this channel before, with that whole horrible Cinder stuff that happened, where they started going after her, which was pretty disgusting to see. And obviously, you know, I hope she has gotten better over that. But essentially, yeah, apparently she's been kind of saying stuff like this, saying, I'll block you if you defend Rev or Strob. You're bootlicking weirdos. Screw Ice and absolutely screw you. Which again, obviously, yeah, that's what they're posting. And obviously they're saying, anyways, I'm muting this for now. I'm not putting up with you weirdos for defending someone who wouldn't spit on you if you were on fire. I can enjoy who I work for and not like who I work with. Demanding something to be done and then allowing the time for it, you know, get done is insane to me. Screw Ice, screw Rev, and if screw you if you defend either one. Get back on your knees where you belong and keep licking. Maybe they'll praise you eventually, because God knows your parents didn't. So yeah, obviously that's what they had to say. And then Rev is obviously you know, saying to Advanced GG, hey, this person's doing this stuff. You know, why you know, why are we allowing this but not allowing my behavior? Which, you know, I think that is pretty interesting. Apparently that he got blocked as well. Strob saying it honestly just hurts me that they seem to allow this type of stuff for so long this week with no repercussions, even after I pointed it out to them multiple times. So apparently they've been pointing this out as well, which again, it is pretty horrible to see. But again, I don't know. It's interesting, right? And obviously, I'm sure this is a way to kind of, point out, hey, something's going on at Advanced GG, and they're not very good at kind of moderating things or making sure things are good. And I think there definitely is a problem with the kind of management and the, I guess, the people that are running it. Because, yeah, it seems like they're kicking people, but they're not kicking people for similar reasons. And it's just, it's kind of, it's weird, right? It is pretty weird, and it seems pretty disjointed. And obviously, a lot of people have already left Advanced GG over Rev being in it, so they've lost a lot of members already. I don't know if any of those people are coming back or not. But yeah, it seems like this has become a pretty big thing over time, and those are pretty much the responses from Rev and Strob, which, yeah, obviously that's what we've had to see. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this, because again, I'm very, very interested in what you have to say. I think it is a very, very interesting situation, as I said. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Also, go to GameSubs, use my code Kazza, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of really cool stuff over there. Definitely recommend checking it out. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.